Hey guys, this is Greg coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we'll be showcasing Lemon Tree F, and I did an intro video on this guy a couple months ago, I think back in September. And I just wanted to do an update just to kind of showcase and see how it's changed since then. Not much in the way of pot has changed. It does seem that the soil is getting a little harder. I'm not sure why. You can kind of see that the pot is kind of separating from the soil itself. I'm not sure if that's just the way it's supposed to be yet. I'm noticing that on a couple of my pots though, that the soil is kind of just congealing, and it might just be that the roots are starting to take over in there and starting to really group everything together. We'll find out probably in the spring when I kind of pop these guys out just to have a look. I don't really want to do that now in the winter, even with the grow tent. Although I have been thinking about taking these out and putting them in a little bit bigger, like a #1 pot instead of this smaller pot, just so that the roots have a way of going down a little bit more and just being able to expand. So I am thinking about that maybe within the next month on these smaller potted lemons, because my A, B, and C lemons are in like pots like this, these #2 pots, and you can kind of see the change in size there. Just the side-by-side comparison, very much bigger. And if you go and look at my videos on my channel of my A, B, and C lemons, you can definitely see the size difference, especially in the C lemon. I mean, it is like probably 4 times the size of this guy that I still have in a smaller pot. So just experimenting around with it, you know, you can kind of just see what happens when you keep a plant in a smaller pot. I'm betting if I end up putting this in a bigger pot, it's gonna grow a lot faster. So part of me is like, oh, I will keep it in this pot and just go and see if I can keep it this small. Or at least maybe 1 or 2 of them and go from there. Because part of me wants to really have like a full-size lemon tree, just to kind of do like comparison shots of what they would look like in different pots. But we'll just go up and closer look here. See that some of these like leaves. Now I have this under a grow light now in a tent, and it's about a couple inches above it. It does produce a little bit of heat, and I think these top leaves are just having a hard time acclimating to it. And it might also just be the amount of water. It could be the lack of nutrients. I'm not sure. I plan on fertilizing these guys very soon as well, just to kind of give them a little bit more feeding, especially since it's been probably since the last video that I fed these guys. And I think you got to do it like every month or so with this stuff. Has done wonders for it, by the way. And we do have some, some new growth here as well. Let me see if I can focus on that. Do have some growth here. You can kind of see some blackness forming on the edge of these leaves. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. If anybody out there has an idea, please let me know down below. But you in the comments. But you can kind of see like this leaf here looking great. I'm hoping that as these get older and they grow a little bit more, that we see a little bit more life coming out here. And we do have, notice here, we do have a thorn showing up here as well. So that's nice to see, even on these guys that did not have signs of thorns, that they're finally starting to show up. And we do have a little bit of a dead wood on here as well. So I'll probably be clipping this death off after the video, because it's kind of hard to do this with one hand on the camera. I should really get one of those little tripods that I can put right up to it and show you as I'm working. And I did kind of want to do like a weekend live video session where I do trimmings. And if you're interested in that, please let me know down below. I do also have a poll on my channel underneath the content area of my channel that you can vote on that. So far, I don't think I've had a lot of people look at it, but if you're interested in seeing me do some live demo work on what I'm doing on the weekends in my garden, especially now that I have a lot of indoor stuff, you know, let me know down below, because I'm gonna do some like seed sowing or sowing, and just some trimming of the stuff that's gonna be around during the winter. But I do plan on trimming this guy here and this guy here. It has grown a little bit, not a whole lot if you go back to that video, but the one thing that I do notice is that the trunk, the base of this tree, is starting to get a little woody, okay? Which is great to see. The last video, it was all green, like up here, where it's all new growth. So it's nice that it's maturing a little bit and giving a little bit of hardy life to this tree. So that's good to see, that it is starting to mature a little bit. We do have a little bit of new growth starting to show up right here in the center. So tiny little leaves coming in. So it's good to see that we still have some growth coming in here. And I'm gonna have to start making some choices here eventually on what I wanna keep on a tree like this. Do I want to sacrifice this right limb and have this left limb be the leader? Do I want to keep this V? If I do that, I'm probably going to have to get rid of this center guy here, because we don't want anything kind of verging into that and creating a crazy canopy on this tree. We also have this little weird growth happening right here where it's coming up here. We got this leaf coming out here, and I'm thinking it's gonna make its own little branch from there as well. So just some things to think about for future, and so that I can come back on these videos and just kind of see what my decisions were. But that's pretty much it for this. There's not a whole lot to see. There was some really cool highlights, like that first thorn. I didn't even see that when I was first looking through this. And just that dead wood that I'm gonna be getting rid of and trimming off here probably in between. I think I did a live trimming before. I'm not sure if it was this tree or not, but it might have been, because I see that I made a cut down here just from something that was growing in. And I think I kept this because it was growing some leaves on it, but now not so sure. So we may end up trimming that as well. So like I said, this is my lemon tree F, my November update for it. We're in the beginning of November. The temperature outside has been crazy and different every single day. Today we were in the 70s. Tomorrow it's gonna be the 40s and 50s. We're gonna have freezing temperatures probably overnight. So it's just Mother Nature. She's silly this month. I've been slowly bringing trees in and out, doing the bonsai shuffle every day. My wife probably thinks I'm crazy. My son probably does as well. But that's the life of a tree grower, you know. But let me know what you think down below. If you did like this, make sure to hit that like button. Like I said, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything to do with lemon trees or bonsai in general, if I have an answer for you, I will get it for you. Just make sure to let me know down below. I've actually had quite a bit, and mostly on my lemon tree videos, questions about lemon trees and, oh, Greg, it's, you know, I've got a 3 or 4 year old tree. How long does it take to see some lemons come off of that? You got a little bit yet, but eventually you'll see them. And if you really did like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it. Then you get notifications of all my videos that I post as they go live on YouTube. Make sure to check back on this this lemon tree. I do have this in a playlist with the other prior videos on this, and please make sure to go back and check out my other lemon trees, see how they're growing, compare and contrast to how this guy is going. I'm sure you'll love it. So until next time, guys, this is Greg's Bonsai. We'll see you next time. Take care.